As we mentioned during presentation, in any case, the only tax which is payable by the passenger is the service tax on ticketing, and that service tax has been brought down by the finance ministry for the purpose of this scheme only to about a little more than 1%. So the taxation is not going to be an issue at all, and 2,500 rupees per hour will take care of that.
So airlines are opposing many problems. They are saying there are many problems. 520 is there. Do you think that it can finally lend into it can go to court finally? There'll be a problem, legal problems there, or are you ready for those legal challenges?
No, while we are always ready for any challenge, legal or otherwise, we are always ready. The fact is, this civil aviation policy is going to give a boost to the entire sector, increase the ticketing from 80 million to 300 million in a matter of 5 years. Now, which airline is going to oppose that? No one.
So last question, nothing much has been done on ATF prices because that is one of the biggest problems of the airline sector. What do you think can happen in future as far as ATF prices are concerned? This has been the demand of airlines since long time.
But you notice that for the regional connectivity scheme, the VAT and the excise duty, which are the two biggest components in ATF prices, they have been brought down. So it is a huge thing, and it is not correct to say that ATF prices are not being handled. They are being handled. The only issue is if the crude prices fluctuate, if they go up all over the world, then ATF prices will also go up. That is something over which we have no control. We have control over taxes, and we have reduced it for the regional connectivity scheme.
We are encouraged to see that the government and specifically the Ministry of Civil Aviation having established a policy that will promote the overall growth of the aviation sector in India.
Right.
I believe the people of India stand to benefit tremendously from a booming aviation sector that will follow from this raft of forward-looking measures.
520 being reduced to 020 is certainly very progressive. Right. I would not say that I would have been probably much more happier if it was 010 or 00. Right. But at least there is clarity, which then gives us the impetus to reach to 20 aircrafts as soon as possible, which we will do, and we will take advantage of everything that the policy has to offer.
So what do you think is the reasoning behind our 2,500 rupee per hour cap, and do you think it's doable, sir?
So, from our perspective, doable or not doable depends on the network, depends on a number of factors. The airports, whether they can take a A320 and so on and so forth. Right. In our network itself, right now we have destinations which are less than 1 hour, right. And the fares are less than 2,500 already. Right. So from that perspective, it is doable, but it has to be business viable. Right. We will study the routes, we will study the network, we will study the incentives, we will study where the VAT is favorable, and then I think we will be able to come to a decision whether we can meet the 2,500 mark or not. And certainly, from what I understand, the government has said that they're open to consultation, and we will go back if it is not viable, and certainly we work together with the government. But again, this is very progressive, and it's a very welcome policy.
Right. So do you agree with the new ground rules and the safety rules that have been formulated in this policy, sir?
I need to study that a little bit more, right. But as the minister mentioned, safety for the airline operator, for the country, for the airport is of paramount importance. Right. We do not compromise on safety, whether it's our own safety personnel or whether it's the central agency safety personnel. Safety is number one for us. Right? We do not compromise on the number of people that need to be deployed, the number of the technology that needs to be deployed. There's absolutely no compromise on safety in AirAsia across in India or anywhere else in the world. So certainly we look at the measures, but there's going to be no compromise on safety at all.
Right. Do you think it gives a free leeway in the sense that you are going to take care of the safety and the grounding rules?
So again, the example that the Cabinet Secretary mentioned, right? It's our aircraft. It's of paramount importance to us that we protect our asset, and more importantly, protecting than our asset is protecting the passengers that travel with us, right? And so, I mean, that's why people travel in an airline. That's the first thing that comes to a passenger's mind: is it safe? And we want to make it absolutely clear that it's going to be 100% safe. We do not compromise on safety at AirAsia.
Find us on Facebook at facebook.com/ETNow and don't forget to click the like button. You can also follow us on Twitter at ETNowLive. To stay updated with all our programming, hit the subscribe button on our YouTube channel by logging on to youtube.com/user/ETNow.